My childhood was a very happy childhood. The middle child of 5. Grew up in Sydney's Upper North Shore, up in Barara. School was good until year 7 and year 8 when there was a girl at school that used to bully me for reasons I still don't understand today. So I left that school and moved to a neighbouring high school where I flourished, really enjoyed it. When I left school, I had just turned 16. I'd just done the school certificate for year 10. I don't think I'd even had my results. I don't think the results had even come back by then. And I remember I was just fed up and I wanted to leave and sort of spread my wings and fly, so to speak. The local advocate, the Hornsby Advocate, and there was a job in there for a receptionist in an accounting firm, and they said no experience necessary, we'll train you on the job. So to cut a long story short, I applied and I got the job, and within a space of about 10 days from the time I sent the CV off in the post, we didn't have email in those days, it was posted in. Had the interview on the Monday, they rang me back on the Friday and said, can you start the next Monday? It was sort of that quick. I had a lovely boss, and he very generously offered to pay for me to go to TAFE and to study my accounting certificate, which I did part-time in the evenings. And so whilst I was working full-time for him, I was studying accounting, which I loved. So then I went on to university and achieved my Bachelor of Business with my accounting major, and then I've since got my professional qualifications with the Institute of Public Accountants. My business, Advanced Accounts, is a full-service accounting practice. It was started as a bookkeeping business. I started on my own back, and throughout the course over the last few years, I found that there were lots of issues and errors in people's books, and that people just didn't understand their numbers. They didn't understand really what was going on. And always saying to me, like, I'm making money, but I just don't know where it's going. Like, where's it going? I'm sure that there's lots of business owners that have had those same thoughts. The business grew, and so now we've got several divisions, but one of our main areas of work that we do is in what we've created is called the Financial U-Turn Rescue Program. And that's a program that for many businesses out there, when they're having those sort of gut feelings like, you know, where's my money going? Why am I getting ahead? We're actually able to grade where the business is on a scaled system, and then be able to diagnose exactly and pinpoint exactly what's going on. And then depending on how sort of close to the wall they are, be able to help them to do a U-turn and sort of flick them out the other side onto success. To take something that's completely, you know, looking at personal insolvency, people looking at bankruptcy, liquidations, and to actually say to someone, it's okay, you're going to be all right. We need to do X, Y, Z and you're going to be okay. The relief is on there for them is immense, and for us it's very satisfying. In 2012, I'd been in business at that stage for 5 years, and it was just after the birth of our first child that we'd received a call from our accountant, also from the ATO, that we owed them a lot more money than what we thought that we had budgeted for. And at the same time, we had quite a lot of the business drop away. It was the perfect storm. Everything happened at once. I just recovering from a cesarean, was a brand new mum. Our debt was triple what we thought it was, and at the same time we'd lost 1/3 of the business. So basically we were screwed. We had our backs against the wall and we had to do what we needed to do, and over a period of about 6 months I was able to turn the ship around, and we paid back every cent. We lived on a very tight budget, but we basically got ourselves out of the red and back into the black. And now, on a personal note, we don't have any debt, we don't have credit cards, we live with cash, and it's a much safer environment to live in financially wise. Through my experience of our own financial crisis, I'm able to draw on a lot of skills that I developed to be able to help clients in similar situations. From being there my own self, I can identify and connect with people on that level and sort of help them to diagnose the situation and help them to get out of it. Passions outside business. I've got a big passion in classical music, so I was raised learning classical piano, and also ballet and dancing. So we've got get a lot of personal enjoyment from that. Exercise, getting outside, going for a run or a walk, just being in the sun. The people that I respect the most in my life are my parents, my mum and dad. I think coming from a very stable, happy childhood has sort of, you know, propelled us into a very safe and secure, confident adulthood. One of the main things was that they always said to me whenever I had a problem, you know, what are you going to do about it? You know, how are you going to fix it? I never got a solution from them. I always had to work through it. And it used to bug me because sometimes you just want an answer, like how am I going to fix it? But I think in hindsight, coming into adulthood, that growing up with that sort of, you know, what are you going to do about it? How are you going to fix it mentality it's really helped me a lot. And also sort of learning directly from them the importance of being honest, transparent. If you're going to say you're going to do something, you're going to go and do it. My advice to someone starting out their own business would be real. Be real about what you're doing and have something that the market actually wants and be qualified in what you're actually doing. And then if you've got that together and if you actually do have something that people want and if you are real about what you're doing, then go for it and have fun and throw yourself at it and talk to people, get into networking groups, meet people, build relationships and just have a crack at it because it is fun.